Hola a todos, bienvenidos y bienvenidas a una nueva lección de español. Welcome to a new Spanish lesson. Straight away, el presente continuo, the present continuous. Okay, don't worry, it's very simple, it's very easy. We'll see we will have no problem, no trouble in learning it. So let's start with the rules. So, el presente continuo, how do we form the present continuous in Spanish? It's very simple, as I'm telling you. You take, first of all, the subject, el sujeto. I put it in brackets because, as you know, in Spanish, it is not necessary to write the subject down every time. You can simply omit it always. You can always omit it. And so that's why I put it in brackets. Then we have el verbo estar. In this case, we're talking about the present continuous. So, estar en el tiempo presente, estar in the present tense. And then the verb we want to use in the gerundio form. And how do we form this gerundio? Simple, very simple. We take the suffix of the verb we want to use, ar, ir, and we substitute it with ando, yendo, yendo. For example, to say I am coming. To come means to llegar in Spanish. The verb is llegar. So I, subject, yo, which we can omit, remember. Am, first person singular. Verbo estar, so estar in the first person singular. Tiempo presente, present tense, is estoy. Yo estoy. And then verb to come, llegar. We take away the suffix ar and we substitute the suffix with ando. Yo estoy llegando. As you can see, very simple. Another example. He is drinking. Again, subject. Él is third person singular. Estar, so está. And then to drink in Spanish is beber. Beber, we take away and we add yendo. Está bebiendo. You see? Very, very simple. So now we are going to see, just to recap, the verb estar en el tiempo presente, in the present tense. So, very easy. Yo estoy, tú estás, él, ella, usted está, nosotros estamos, vosotros estáis, ellos, ellas, ustedes están. Okay, so this was just a recap so that you have very clear in mind what is the verb estar we are going to use in all of these present continuous sentences. Let's see some of them. First of all, a question. What are you doing? ¿Qué estás haciendo? Very simple. You see, what is qué? Then subject. We don't have a subject in. We don't have to write a subject down in Spanish, so you don't have any subject here. But the implicit subject is tú, second person singular. And how do we know this? Well, because estar is conjugated in the second person singular form. So tú is the implicit subject. Estás, are, second person singular, verbo estar, in the present tense. And then haciendo comes from the verb hacer. You take away and you add yendo. ¿Qué estás haciendo? This is the haciendo is the gerundio, and it is used, as you can see, to form the present continuous, el presente continuo. Now there are some gerundios which are irregular, but there are very few of them, and we are going to see some of them today. But you will see it is very common to see. It is much more common to see regular gerundios compared to irregular ones. So, ahora means now. Remember this, because we will be using this term a lot. Ahora, now. Ahora, remember the H is silent. En este momento means in this moment. En este momento. In this moment. For example, estoy mirando la tele. I'm watching TV. First person singular, yo estoy mirando. From the verb mirar, you take away ar, you add ando. And then la tele. Estoy mirando la tele. I am watching the TV. Estoy leyendo un libro. This is one of the first of the few exceptions, of the few irregularities. I'm reading a book. So estoy, again, first person singular, yo estoy. And then leer. What happens here? We take away er, we add yendo, but we don't put the normal e. It isn't L-E-I, it is L-E-Y. So instead of a normal E, we have a Y. The sound, however, is the same, leyendo. So, estoy leyendo, I am reading un libro, a book. Very good. Estamos caminando en el parque. We are walking in the park. We are, nosotros estamos, caminando, verb caminar, you take away ar, you add ando. Estamos caminando en el parque, in the park. Okay? Another irregularity, verbo ir. So ir is in itself a suffix. You take away ir and you add yendo, but again, as it happens for the verb leer, you don't write yendo with a normal I, you write it with a Y. So, yendo. Están yendo al mar. They are going to the seaside. Third person plural. Ellos están. Ellos están yendo al mar. They are going to the seaside. Estoy preparando un pastel. Estoy preparando un pastel. I am making or I am preparing a cake. Again, first person singular. Yo estoy preparando, from the verb preparar. It ends in ar, ar. You take away that and you add ando. Preparando. Un pastel, a cake. El pastel is one of the ways we say cake in Spanish. Estoy preparando un pastel. Está estudiando para mañana. Está estudiando para mañana. He is studying for tomorrow. He, third person singular, él está estudiando. From the verb estudiar, you take away, again, the suffix ar, you add ando. Para mañana, for tomorrow. Están yendo a la escuela. Están yendo a la escuela. You see this yendo, verbo ir, again. Remember, not an I, but a Y. So, they, ellos, están yendo a la escuela. They are going to school. La escuela, the school. Yendo a la escuela. Están yendo a la escuela. Very good. Estáis escuchando música. Estáis escuchando música. You are listening to music. You, second person plural. Vosotros estáis escuchando, from the verb escuchar. Again, take away ar, you add ando. Escuchando, and then music, música. In Spanish, we don't say, in English we say listening to. In Spanish we just say escuchar. Escuchar something. Escuchar música. Estáis escuchando música. Estoy haciendo jardinería. Estoy haciendo jardinería. I am gardening. I'm doing some gardening. So, the verb hacer, take away er, add yendo, and you have estoy, first person singular, haciendo jardinería. I am gardening, I'm doing some gardening. Okay. Estamos saliendo, again, nosotros, we, estamos, are, saliendo, going out, from the verb salir, take away ir, you add yendo, and you have saliendo. Estamos saliendo, we are going out. Estáis esperando el autobús. Estáis esperando el autobús. Estáis, vosotros, you, second person plural, are, estáis, esperando, waiting. Remember, esperar means to wait or to hope. In this case, of course, you're waiting for the bus, you're not hoping for the bus. Well, it could be, but okay, in this case, it is waiting. Esperar ends in ar, you take away ar, you add ando, and then el autobús, the bus. Está cantando y bailando solo. Está cantando y bailando solo. He is, él está, singing, cantando. From the verb cantar, take away ar, add ando, and you have cantando. Y, and, bailando, dancing. Bailar, again, take away ar, you add ando, and you have bailando. Solo means alone or by himself. Está cantando y bailando solo. He is singing and dancing alone, in this case by himself. Está haciendo la cena. Está haciendo la cena. In this case again, third person singular, he, él, está, is, haciendo, hacer, haciendo, la cena, dinner. He is making dinner. Él está haciendo la cena. Estamos lavando el balcón. Estamos lavando el balcón. We, nosotros, estamos, are, cleaning, lavar. So lavar ends with in ar, first conjugation, take away ar, add ando, and you have lavando, cleaning. El balcón is the balcony. Estamos lavando el balcón. We are cleaning the balcony. Very good. Now, to conclude, let's do a quick exercise. What are you doing now? ¿Qué estás haciendo ahora? Remember, ahora is now. ¿Qué estás haciendo ahora? So you can pause and answer for yourself. I will answer for myself and I will say, estoy enseñando el español a mis queridos alumnos. Ahora estoy registrando la lección que preparé ayer para enseñaros el presente continuo. Okay, so this means I am teaching, enseñar ends in ar, you take that away and you add ando, so enseñando el español, Spanish, a mis queridos alumnos, to my dear students. Ahora, now, estoy registrando la lección. I am registering the lecture, the lesson. Registrar, registrando. Que preparé ayer, that I prepared yesterday. Para enseñaros el presente continuo, to teach you the present continuous. Perfect. Congratulations, felicidades.